and makes you a little more consistent. Okay. And then we'll talk about how to progressively increase the intensity of your workouts as you get more consistent. And finally, we'll touch base upon how do you track your activities? How do you track your fitness? I'll try to keep this session really crisp and short, make it compact, and then I'll leave the forum open for you all to ask any questions that you may have after attending or listening to what I have to say. All right. Awesome. Let's get started. Now, the first and foremost thing in designing a workout routine is to establish how many days of workout do you want to get done in a week. एक हफ्ते में आप कितनी बार वर्कआउट कर सकते हो वो एस्टैब्लिश करना सबसे पहला स्टेप है. This is the step where most people go wrong. How? By creating unrealistic expectations. So when I say unrealistic expectations, I do agree that working out 5 to 6 days of 5 to 6 days a week and bringing in about 60 to 75 minutes of exercise is great. But let's be very honest, with the kind of work commitments that you have, with the kind of family commitments that you have, bringing in another hour from your day to dedicate to your exercise 5 to 6 times a week may be a little too difficult to start off with. The solution to that, set realistic expectations. It can be as simple as doing maybe 2 workout sessions a week. The focus here is to build confidence that, okay, I set myself a target of exercising 2 times a week, maybe 35 to 45 minutes. I'm able to do it. And let's say successfully you do it for 2 weeks, right? Now, important thing here as humans, what psychology says is that you stick to something that gives you success. Now we have already had success in achieving 2 workout sessions for 2 weeks consistently. Now let's try to increase it to 3 to 4 sessions a week. So you see how I'm gradually increasing the frequency of my sessions and slowly building up to that ideal state of doing 5 to 6 workout sessions in a week. Okay, that's the first bit. Moving on, once you are in that range that let's say now you're at working out 3 days a week, how you can do that is by doing a session on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, or by choosing maybe Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, depending on how your schedule looks like, so that you're having one day in between to completely recover, de-stress, not just from your exercise, but also from relationship stress, from the work stress, all of that goes around. So this will be a very good starting point. All right. Now we will move on to the next bit. Let me talk a little bit about the concept of active recovery. This is the second thing that we will talk about today. Now, when I say rest, a rest day, what we end up doing mostly is taking the complete day off. Now, in simple words, we don't move. We don't make our body move at all. That is a very passive or latent kind of recovery. What active recovery refers to is indulging in recreational activities, recreational leisure activities, which can include a recreational sport, maybe a bike, a swim, a hike, something that you can spend some time, have fun with your family, with your friends, stuff like that. Now, the thing is, why do you need to do active recovery? What is the importance? What benefit will you get out of it? Let me answer that in 2 parts. Let me first give you a technical answer to that. Now, the technical answer to that is, if you keep yourself moving in a leisure manner on your rest days, what will happen is the blood flow in your body continuously, it goes on. Now, what that helps you with is to clear cellular debris that gets accumulated as a part of rigorous training. The more rigorously you train, the more accumulation of cellular debris adds up or builds up in your muscle tissue, around your joints, all those structures. And if you keep the blood churning by creating blood flow by moving, just like by indulging in activities like a recreational sport, etc. You help alleviate that problem. And if you have more accumulation of the cellular debris, your performance tanks. Your body is not in a very good state. So that's the technical answer to it. Now, second bit, it also resets your mind. Now, if you are taking one active day off and indulge in active recovery activities, it resets your mind completely and prepares you for your next burst of workouts that are lined up on the subsequent days. All right. Now, I'll give you 10 seconds for you to digest this much. If you have to make any notes, make a few keywords, feel free to do it. Then we'll move on to the next topic. A lot of people still joining in. All right, we'll move on to the next topic. Um, let's talk about how you can create an exercise routine that minimizes injury risk and promotes consistency. The exact thing that you're here for, the most important thing. Um, exercise related injuries, guys, happens mostly due to stress factors. A majority of sports injuries or exercise related injuries are stress fractures, also known as micro trauma. The common cause for this is, to be very honest, too much exercise. Yeah. I want you to pay little attention here. This is a very important point that I want to make here. Remember this, that Arman from HealthifyMe told us this thing. Too much of exercise and too soon, doing the exercises like too much dose of exercise too soon, plus inadequate recovery, all this combined together is nothing but a recipe for injury. I want you to be very clear about it. Too much exercise too soon and inadequate recovery. If you're not recovering well from your workout or the stress that you have to go through every day, that can have very high chances of you getting injured. All right. Now, I do agree that a HIIT session, high intensity interval training session, is great for your fat loss. But is your body ready to do it? That is the question you need to ask yourself. What you need to understand is that you have to slowly progress into getting into that range where your body can actually perform and sustain those kind of activities. And when it comes to improving yourself, improving your physical health, your attitude should be mechanics first. What I mean by that, let me learn the movement well. Whatever my coach is telling me, let me try and do it to the best of my ability. Mechanics, learn it well. After that comes consistency. Okay, I've learned a movement. Let me try and build some consistency. Slowly expose my body to the exercise intensities. Then and only then comes intensity. Now, intensity can increase in various different ways. The first and foremost one can be just to increase the number of sessions that you're doing, the frequency of sessions that you're doing in a week, increasing the duration of your training session maybe. And another way to increase your intensity can be doing more repetitions. We call it a repetition volume in technical terms, doing more repetitions of a given exercise. Then increasing the load. If you're doing load weight bearing activities, increasing the load that you carry. And then the movement speed, performing a movement fast. So if you look at it, learn it first. Do it consistently. Let the coach have faith in you that you can handle it. And after that, then and only then comes intensity. That's the exact way we train you over here in Healthify Studio. So um, you may hear coaches say that, okay, you need to slow down a little bit. That is where we are telling you that, okay, you need to slow down to improve your form. Understand the movement well. You may also hear us say, now is the time you need to push yourself. That is when we have the faith, then you can handle it. And that is why we are asking you to push the intensity a little higher to get that advantage. All right. Now, the big question, how to be consistent. How to be consistent with your workouts. Let me put this question back to you. Why do you think people get inconsistent with exercise? I want you to just think about it. Close your eyes. What do you think is the answer? Why do people get inconsistent? I'll give you 20 seconds. Close your eyes. Just think about it. See what comes to your mind. I'll give you the answer. Let's see how much we match. 20 seconds. टाइमर इज ऑन. 20 सेकेंड में आप सोचिए कि लोग इनकंसिस्टेंट क्यों होते हैं एक्सरसाइज के दौरान. You have 7 more seconds. All right, time's up. I'll give the answer. Let's see how much we are on the same page. The first and foremost reason, setting unrealistic expectations. Ever thought of, okay, I'll do 6 to 7 days of workout every week, 2 sessions a day, high intensity? Ever thought of all these things? Little too unrealistic. Yeah, I see all smiling faces here. I know I have hit a chord. You're all connecting with me now. All right, what you need to do? Set realistic expectations. I have already talked about that at the start of the session. So I also told you how to tackle it. Set realistic expectations for yourself. Small steps. Time lagta hai, takes time. Yeah. The second reason why people get inconsistent is because of boredom. You get bored out of following an exercise routine. If you keep doing the same thing, guys, again and again and again and again, obviously you'll get bored out of it. Training is very vast. Vary your training. That's the way to tackle this problem. There are strength training sessions. There's cardio training sessions. There's yoga. There's Zumba. There's dance fitness. There's high intensity workouts. There's low intensity workouts. There's long duration workouts. There's short duration workouts. There is so much to play from, right? And you get a lot of options right here in Healthify Studio itself. If you have seen the studio sessions that you have at your dispense, there's so much to choose from. I'm pretty sure if you stick to one trainer or one coach in your studio session also, they also keep varying the workouts every single day. That's the effort we put into it. That's the answer to staying consistent. Set realistic expectations and vary your workouts. That's how you will follow suit and be consistent. Mark my words. We will move on to the next topic now. I'll give you another 15 seconds for you to digest this much. Let it all sink in. All righty, still people joining in. We are 256 members going strong so far. All righty. The next thing that we discuss upon is how do you increase intensity progressively in your workouts? Before I address that, I'll tell you why is it important to increase intensity in your workouts. If your workouts are in your comfort zone, you won't see as much impact per se. All right. Now, technically, there's something called SAID principle, which is specific adaptation to impose demand. Too much technicality. Basically, your body gets used to the stimulus that you are providing it. For example, if I do a lot of aerobic endurance training, a lot of marathon running training, my body will get better at delivering oxygen to different parts of my body, to my muscles, and adapt accordingly to help me better my performance in running. If I do more weight bearing activities, if I do more weightlifting, something that I specialize in Olympic weightlifting, if I do more of that, my body will get stronger because that is the demand that I'm placing on my body. right? I see a lot of you making some rigorous notes. Yeah. All right. Finish it. No issues. So, the moral of the story is, if only you challenge your body, that is the time when it will start adapting to it. If there's no challenge, there won't be much change in your body also. That is why you need to progress through your training sessions as you get a little more consistent and experienced. Now, how you increase intensity progressively, I have already told you that just before 5-6 minutes. I'll quickly run through that again. First and foremost thing, mechanics, movement mastery. That should be your focus. And that takes a lifetime. That's a lifelong process. You try to improve a movement that you learned, keep improving every time. Mechanics first, that stays right at the top. After that, build consistency. Do it regularly, build consistency. As I told you, start off with simple 2 sessions, 2 to 3 sessions a week, no stress. I think we can all manage that much in a week. As you build a little more confidence that, okay, I'm able to do 2 workouts or 2-3 workouts in a week, let me now try and do 3 to 4 sessions a week. Build confidence. That's how you build consistency. And once you're consistent, then and only then increase intensity. By increasing the frequency of your sessions, doing more sessions, increasing the duration of your workouts. Next thing can be just to do more repetitions, repetition volume, as I told you. Next thing can be just to increase the load that you're carrying if you train with weights, load bearing activities. Another way to increase intensity can be um, increasing the speed of the movement, the speed at which you train. That's about that, how to increase the intensity progressively over time. All right, we will move on now to the next topic, which is how do you track your fitness? I'll give you another 15 seconds. Let this sink in. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible, as crisp as possible. And then we will start discussing the last one. Okay. Last thing that we discussed today. How do you track your fitness? Again, for this, you need to understand what do you want to do with your fitness. Tracking ki kya zarurat hai? Why do you need to track? Now, you need to ask yourself a question. I ask you right on your face, what do you want to do with your fitness? Whenever I ask someone, what do you want to do with your fitness when they approach me for help? Not many people know about it. Like your goal can be maybe just to look good, maybe to improve sports performance, maybe general well-being. Maybe you want to put on some muscle, maybe you want to lose fat, maybe you want to lose weight. If you know that answer, it's great, awesome. If you do not know that answer, try to figure it out. Figure it out कि आप आपके fitness के साथ करना क्या चाहते हो. Once you have that answer, that's our goal. Once you have a goal in your mind, next thing that we work on is the objective. Objective is the path to reaching your goal. कि goal तो set हो गया, अभी वहां तक पहुंचना कैसे? Through your fitness and nutrition, right? Now this is the place where tracking comes into play. वही चीज करते जा रहे हैं आप, and you're not sure where you're going. That is kind of a rabbit hole where we don't want to reach. We want to be very consistent and aware of what we are doing in terms of our training. Okay. Now how to do it? ये तो बोल दिया अरमान ने कि ऐसे ये करना इसके लिए जरूरी है, पर करें कैसे? How do you track your fitness? I want you to start doing benchmark workouts. What is benchmark workout? I'll tell you something that you do today. You do a workout today. Today is what? 22nd of January. You do a workout today. and you start tracking or measuring how much, what's your performance like, what was your performance like today. Maybe write a journal, use an app. HealthifyMe is right there, it provides you a tracking mechanism, right? So just maybe a 30-second process. Do a workout today, track that performance for today, and continue with your physical activities, your strength sessions, your core sessions, your yoga sessions, your endurance sessions. All of this, continue doing that for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. After 5, 6 weeks, again repeat the workout that you did on 22nd of January. वो same workout वापस करिए आप. And then compare the two performances. Again, write a journal or track it in the app. Compare those two. Is this performance better or this performance better? If the latest one, जो आपने 5-6 हफ्ते बाद किया, उसका performance अगर ज्यादा अच्छा है, that means your fitness has gone up. I'll give you an example. All right, we understand the best with examples. I'll give you an example. Let's think about a simple example. How about a 2 kilometer run? It's a fitness activity, agreed? 2 kilometer run, or if you're not at the level of running, maybe a speed walking for 2 kilometers. This is an activity that you performed on the 22nd of January. Just write down the time that it took you to finish that much distance. 2 kilometers, you either ran or you did a fast walking. Let's say it took you 18 minutes, for example. 22 जनवरी में 2 किलोमीटर आपको कवर करने को 18 मिनट लगे, 18 minutes. You repeat the same thing, let's say after 6 to 8 weeks, and you have been very consistent with your training, with your nutrition, with your recovery, you're sleeping well, you're managing your stress well. When you repeat the same activity, 2 kilometers running or speed walking, after 6-8 weeks, let's say it took you 17 minutes 20 seconds. That means you have an improvement of 40 seconds. Make sense? That means what happened? You are able to do the same amount of work, which is 2 kilometers, covering a distance of 2 kilometers in relatively lesser time. ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट करने से पहले आपको लगा था अगर 18 मिनट, अभी आप कर रहे हो 17 minutes 20 seconds में. So you're doing the same amount of work in lesser time, which means your fitness, your power output has gone up, and so has your fitness. Make sense? Awesome, awesome, superb. I'll let this sink in a little bit. I'll give you another 10-12 seconds. Some of you are rigorously making notes. I'll allow you this opportunity to do so. Most of the things we have covered. All righty, superb. Now, most of the major aspects of creating a workout routine I have covered. Now, if there's anything else that you would have a workshop for, if you want me to conduct any more workshops and you would like to have some more insight on some other things, what I suggest you do is there's a chat box, and you can just write down the topics that you would like to me to take a workshop for, and we'll consider that. And I will leave the forum open to you in another minute. During that time, you can feel free to shoot your questions at me. Before we do that, let me quickly give you a quick recap or takeaway points. Because some of you just texted me that you joined late and you missed some part of it. I'll quickly recap and concise everything. Let me give you a gist. Okay, first thing that we discussed about, क्या discuss किया था हमने? We discussed about yeah, I'll let you know. 1 second. How I'll talk about active how to decide on work days and rest days. कौन से दिन पे workout करना है, कौन से दिन पे rest लेना है. Most people start doing too much, set very unrealistic expectations for themselves. Maybe 6 to 7 days of training, 1 hour to 2 hours. It's a little too unrealistic to start off with. given a lot of commitments that we already have, work wise, relationship wise, um, all those kind of stresses. Solution to that: start off slow and easy, small realistic goals, and start achieving it, build confidence, move on. After that, I talked about active recovery, where on your rest day, instead of just sitting on the couch and watching television or Netflix, what you can do is go around, go out, go for a fun leisure activity that keeps the blood flow continuously on in your body, which will help you recover better. That's the concept of active recovery. Then we discussed about how to create a workout routine that minimizes a risk, minimizes injury risk, and promotes consistency. Most important part, the bulk of our workshop today. Injuries mostly occur when you do too much exercise, too much dose of exercise too soon with inadequate recovery. Everything combined together is not a good place to be in, might injure you. So how you tackle that is learn the movements well, focus on mechanics, build some consistency, and then and only then work on intensity. Intensity in terms of increasing duration, frequency, increasing load, all of that stuff. How to progressively increase intensity is, I told you just now, a couple of ways you can increase intensity: more repetitions, more load, stuff like that. And track your progress, very important for you to understand where you're going with your fitness. Ask yourself the question that, what do I want from my fitness? Once you have that answer, start doing some benchmark activities as simple as a 1 kilometer run, or maybe 30 push-ups, and check how much time it takes you to do 30 push-ups. Something like that. Very simple activities. Be consistent with your training and repeat the activities again after 6-8 weeks. See what your performance is, compare the two, and that will give you an estimate of whether your fitness is going up or down. If it is going down, see what's wrong in the last 4-6 weeks. Maybe you do not have enough sleep, maybe your nutrition was not on point. You will only have all the answers. We are always there to help you out. I am open for questions, guys. And any other workshop that you would like me to take, please feel free to drop a text in the chat box so that we can consider that. Alrighty, I see a load of text. Let me reach out. Susmin, is it possible to give them the access to unmute so that if there's any question, they can ask me directly?
Hi Arman, this is Sharmila.
Yes, please tell me.
Yeah, so actually I'm following daily yoga and also some walking, but I'm still not losing weight. So what do you suggest?
Sharmila, what I think your current training is some part of yoga, which works on well-being, lot of flexibility. Yoga also develops some sort of strength as well, and you're doing your walking, which is some part of your cardio is also getting covered. But what you need to work on is a little bit of strength training. If you can do some strength training sessions, that will help you. That will make your fitness routine more holistic, and that will give you a little better chance of losing your weight over the period of weeks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hello,
Next.
Arman. This is
Yes,
Jatin.
Jatin. Yes,
Hi.
please.
Like it is usually said that we must adopt different kinds of workout. Like you just answered one lady that she does yoga already, and she must
Mm-hmm,
adapt some weight training as well. And there are other types
mm-hmm,
of workouts, HIIT, weight training, body weight.
mm-hmm.
So how do we plan that when our goal is to have an overall fitness and be healthy and to be also able to look good? Um, how do we identify that what type of workout we need to? Because also, like you
Mm-hmm.
said earlier, that staying on a single type of workout, it becomes a little boring. So
Monotonous, yeah.
ho-
Mm-hmm.
yeah, how do we identify that? Yeah, in a week we need to do 2 days of yoga or 2 days of weight training, or I mean, how can we
Well,
calculate?
Jatin, got your point.
Yeah.
Got your point. So you cannot go about calculating what sessions and what percentages of sessions you need to do. it really depends on your goal. So if you're someone who wants to build muscle mass, mm, more of strength training sessions and relatively lesser high intense maybe cardio sessions or yoga sessions, less of that. I won't say completely ignore it, but you have to do little more of weight training sessions or little more of strength training sessions. If you are looking for
Let's go with
peace of
overall
mind,
fitness. Overall
overall
fitness.
fit, okay, okay. For overall fitness, you need to do. So if you see a studio session, the sessions how they are planned is, if I give you an example, it is already set the way what we provide to you, which is Monday I take a strength session. On Tuesday I take a strength and mobility session where I work a lot on flexibility. On Wednesday I do a core session, core strengthening session. On Friday, I do a strength and conditioning session, which builds the energy systems in the body. So it is evenly created and designed in such a way that you don't need to worry. You just need to stick to the classes. That will take care of itself.
Strength,
So
Thank
you
you.
mean like weightlifting or something like that?
it does not necessarily need to be external weight bearing activities. Strength training can also be with body weight. Even if you're doing a plank also, you're strengthening your core area. That's a strength activity. If you're doing push-ups, you're strengthening the arms, your shoulders, chest, all those areas. If you're doing let's say pull-ups, for instance, you're strengthening the biceps. So it does not have to be weight bearing. It can be body weight strengthening also.
हाय
Hey,
अरमान।
Yes, please.
मेरा नाम उर्वी है।
हाँ,
मुझे एक डिजीज है एसएलई करके। मैं उसकी वजह से मतलब मेरी 2014 से है, तो मैं इतनी मेडिसिन लेती हूँ जिसकी वजह से मेरा वेट बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है। तो मैं 1 वीक से ट्राई कर रही हूँ, मतलब वॉकिंग एंड एक्सरसाइजिंग एंड डाइट एंड ऑल्सो मतलब हेल्दीफाई की वजह से। तो
जी।
मैं मतलब जितना भी एक्सरसाइज करती हूँ, अगर थोड़ा सा भी थक जाती हूँ तो मैं मतलब डीमोटिवेट हो जाती हूँ कि मतलब इसी डिजीज की वजह से ही हो रहा होगा। तो उसके लिए मुझे अपने आप को कैसे मतलब करना चाहिए मोटिवेट, कि मैं इसको कंटिन्यू करूं।
जी उर्वी, उर्वी, पहली बात जो आपको करनी चाहिए वो ये है कि आप एक दिन का सोचिए। एक दिन भी बहुत बड़ा है, मैं तो बोलता हूँ आप एक सेशन का सोचिए। एक सेशन हेल्दीफाई स्टूडियो में मे बी 45 मिनट्स या 1 घंटे का होता है। तो आप खाली वो सेशन पे छोटे छोटे टास्क पे काम करिए। जैसे आपके कोच ने बोला कि ठीक है उर्वी, आज हम स्क्वाट सीखने वाले हैं, तो उन्होंने आपको स्क्वाट सिखाया, किसी का भी सेशन हो, तो आप खाली वो छोटे टास्क पे ध्यान दीजिए कि यार स्क्वाट आज मुझे सीखना है, वो सीख के मैं जाती हूँ। वो अगर आपने सीखा तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा बिल्ड होगा। जैसे जैसे आपको छोटे छोटे सक्सेसेस मिलेंगे ना, उतना ज्यादा आप अडेप्ट करने लगोगे, और कंसिस्टेंसी बिल्ड होने को थोड़ा टाइम लगता है। यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रैक, आप रोज कर रहे हो, इवन आफ्टर यू नो दैट यू हैव अ फिजिकल एलिमेंट, उसके बावजूद आप कर रहे हो, दैट इटसेल्फ इज अ सक्सेस। कीप इट अप। यहाँ से धीरे धीरे एक एक स्टेप बिल्ड करते करते जाएंगे एंड यू विल बी एब्सोल्युटली फाइन।
hi,
माय बेस्ट विशेस।
hi.
बिल्कुल करेक्ट गाइस।
Arman, Kaveri here.
Let's hear it from Kaveri. Yes, Kaveri, tell me.
Yeah. Actually, Arman, what happens whenever I try to do a workout, after doing for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I feel like I'm so much tired now. I can't do it. I start
Wheezing, getting out of breath, all these kind of things, right? Yeah, got your point, Kaveri. So I think your question would be, how do I continue, or how do I prolong the duration where I can perform the exercise? That will happen with consistency, Kaveri. So you try and do as much as you can, slowly, consistently, you will get there. That's the only thing. Do it more, trust yourself, build consistency, you'll get there.
Hi.
Yes, please tell me.
Yeah.
Ajay.
I've started calisthenics these days, like during couple of
Okay.
months.
Super nice. Host, I'll need your help to unmute people who are not talking. Yes, Kura, please tell me. Ajay, tell me.
Yeah.
You started
Like I
calisthenics.
started calisthenics these days, like in a week or something. So my body is paining over here. Like I'm not taking the proper training from the training. There is no calisthenics over here. Like HealthifyMe. Is there like you are doing calisthenics?
Yes, Ajay. So calisthenics is just a little advanced term for doing gymnastics. Gymnastics is
Yeah.
body weight exercises. Calisthenics is body weight exercises.
Like
So
what do you suggest?
most of-
Like doing it?
Yes, I suggest join the sessions, learn the basics of calisthenics. You know, the basics of calisthenics is a push-up, you know.
Yeah, push-ups and the
So
pull-ups.
exactly. So learn the basics and slowly you'll progress through it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I have reduced from 86 to 72 my weight. Like,
Superb.
yeah, so I'm good at like reducing the weight, but not at balancing the muscle mass. So that's why
It'll
I'm
come
like,
through. It'll
yeah,
come
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Consistency.
Like, what do you
Learning
suggest?
through
Like,
consistency.
thing to follow calisthenics for calisthenics.
Like you can see the list of trainers that we already have on the application.
I have seen nobody's there. Like, ask for them.
There's it does not have to be like written specifically calisthenics. I suggest you can do a few strength sessions from Lakhan, or
Okay.
we have someone by the name Tanmay. He is a calisthenics coach.
Mm-hmm.
So you can opt for those sessions and try it out. And
Lakhan and Tanmay, right?
you know, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Abha, tell me.
Yes. Sir, hello.
Yes,
Sir,
tell.
in this pandemic situation, we are not able to access like strength training weights or instruments, I would say. So
Mhm.
what are the alternatives that we can use at home for strength training?
Body weight exercises. Use your own
Apart
body
from
as your source of resistance. Okay, got
like
it. Got
add-ons.
your question. Add-ons. What you can do, Abha, if you're really wanting to ask me about external load, what you can work with is resistance loops. You get that in decathlon and stuff like that. You get resistance loops. You can do a variety of exercises in that. Um, Regarding your arms, chest, like you can train multiple body parts, and it's a cheap piece of equipment. Also, does not come in very expensive. It comes with varying resistances
Okay.
from low resistance to high resistance. Start off with low to moderate resistance and work your way up the ladder.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So one more question, please.
Yes, please.
Sir, how to overcome our weight loss plateau?
You have to increase the intensity. Intensity is the answer to everything.
And the duration as well?
Sorry.
Like I'm confused in the intensity and duration.
Duration is a subset. Intensity is a bigger picture. Intensity में आप duration भी बढ़ा सकते हो, weight भी बढ़ा सकते हो, frequency बढ़ा सकते हो, ऐसी चीजें.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hello,
Yes.
Arman. This
Yes.
is Jayshree.
Hello,
Yes,
I'm-
Jayshree, tell me.
who is speaking?
Yeah, go for it, Akshata. If you wish.
Yes, sir. मुझे ना PCOD है last since 10 years से. Now I am 23 completed, but अभी तक मेरा PCOD क्योर नहीं हो रहा है. Last 6 months से मैं जिम भी कर रही हूँ, but मुझे अभी तक मतलब कोई symptoms में ये नहीं हो रहा है.
Okay.
So मैं कौन से
Akshata.
मतलब या मैं वर्कआउट्स करती हूँ डेली 6 days करती हूँ, 1 day रेस्ट ले रही हूँ, बट और ऐसे अपर बॉडी मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर हर पार्ट्स ले रही हूँ, वो इंचेस में मुझे थोड़े से रिजल्ट दिख रहे हैं. समटाइम्स मतलब मैं जैन 2021 में 80 kgs हो गई थी, जो अब तक 10 years में कभी नहीं हुई थी, बट नाउ आई एम 72. बट तभी भी मेरे पीसीओडी का जो सबसे मेन रीजन होता है कि इनरेगुलर पीरियड, बट उसमें मुझे कोई रिजल्ट नहीं दिख रहा.
Okay.
तो मैं कौन से टाइप के वर्कआउट्स करूं जो मुझे उसमें वेट लॉस भी हो और मेरे कोर पे भी ज्यादा इफेक्ट हो.
देखिए पीसीओडी का एक तो है आपके हार्मोनल डिस्टर्बेंसेस होते हैं, दैट इज अ कॉमन थिंग विद पीपल हैविंग पीसीओडी. पॉलिसिस्टिक का यही है कि आप अपना लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस पे ध्यान दें. एक्सरसाइज आप कर रहे हो, दैट इज अ एक्सरसाइजेस आप कर रहे हो, दैट इज अ बिग प्लस. कंटिन्यू डूइंग इट एंड स्टार्ट वेयरिंग इट अ लिटिल बिट इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट डूइंग लेट्स से वेट बेयरिंग एक्टिविटीज, हाथ का ये सब कर रहे हो, उसकी जगह ट्राई करो कि थोड़ा रेजिस्टेंस एक्सरसाइज पे काम करें. रेजिस्टेंस एक्सरसाइज मतलब स्क्वाट्स हो गए, जो थोड़े बड़े बॉडी के मसल्स है ना, लंजेस हो गए. फॉर दिस ऑब्वियसली यू नीड अ ट्रेनर. ऐसा नहीं कि जाके खुद से कर लिया, अगर आपको पता नहीं है, दैट इज नॉट अ गुड सिनेरियो. अच्छे से सीख के वो करिए, डेडलिफ्ट्स वगैरह, दिस काइंड ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस एक्सरसाइजेस. और उसके साथ साथ न्यूट्रिशन पे अच्छे से ध्यान दीजिए. न्यूट्रिशन आपको बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट देगा, नॉट जस्ट वर्कआउट फॉर पीसीओडी.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you,
Arman.
Akshata.
This is Jayshree.
Yes, Jayesh. Jayashree, please tell me.
Is it good to do cardio workouts like walking, treadmill cycling after doing abs and thighs workouts?
Yeah, you can do that. That should not be a problem as long as you're not overdoing it. As long as you can still recover from the kind of workout stress you're giving your body, जब तक आप अपने workout से recover कर सकते हो, you can do it. That's not an issue.
Can we do that even after heavy weight trainings like we do deadlifts with weights after that?
Yes, you can do it.
Okay, then I have one more question. So basically, I'm working out regularly. I go for walk as well, but still I can see reduce in my size, but not I'm not losing weight. Is that normal?
Yes, that's pretty normal. That's not something to be very conscious or afraid about. What I want you all to understand, this is a valid point that Jayashree raised. Don't be too cranky about weight loss, guys. Weight loss अपने आप धीरे धीरे होता रहेगा. It takes time. Think about fitness as a more holistic approach. ऐसा छोटा small term package नहीं है कि ऐसे किया तो हो गया. Mechanics, just as I told you in the workshop, mechanics first. Learning the movement itself takes a lot of time. Then mastering it, building consistency. Then once you start hitting the intensity, boom, that's your answer.
Oh, thank
Until
you.
you reach the intensity, it'll take a little time. Trust yourself, trust your body.
Hi, Arman. I have one more question, Kaveri here. Actually,
Yes,
I have a
please.
problem called fibromyalgia. Okay. So in
Okay.
fibromyalgia, what happened? Every day, somewhere in the body, in some part of the body, you'll have a pain. So today, maybe in the shoulder, tomorrow in the legs, day after tomorrow in your arms. So in that case also, though I have a continuously day, every day, most of the days I have a pain in my body. So how to do workout on those days? Like I'm having in pain, like so
I
still
got your
do
point.
we can we
I
can do
got your point.
exercise or we have to wait?
Okay, great. Good question. Now, guys, Kaveri asked a question that if I have body pain in one specific part, how do I train on that day? Many of you may also have this question. Let me answer that. What you can do is, this is a very common thing. कि यार कल squats किए, yesterday I did squats, my legs are hurting, today let me take rest. I won't do anything. It's a wrong kind of an attitude. All right. Maybe your legs are sore, it's okay. Try and work your upper body. Some part of your body which is fresh, which is active. If you don't want to work specific body parts, go for a cardio based activity, go for a run, do some skipping, something like that. So keep varying your workouts. And Kaveri, if you're doing it with a trainer, if you're doing a studio class or something, just feel free to let the trainer know that okay, this is a problem area that I'm experiencing. Just change the workout around it so that it'll be easier.
Thank you, Arman.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, Tanushri. Hello. Tell me.
Sir, I lost around 10 kg last year under your guidance. But
Okay.
before month of April, when I got the COVID effect, after that, again, my weight was shoot up and I was not able to do proper exercises. But from last 21 days, again, I have started. But still, sometimes I am having pain in some areas of my body. Okay, and that is not restricted to any area. Sometimes I feel somewhere else.
I
But I
understand.
still keep on doing the exercises. I have a question that am I overdoing it or it is correct?
Well, depends, Tanushri. Now, this is another question that many of you might also be interested in knowing. Let's say you have COVID or you have had COVID. COVID होके गया है आपको. The major thing that gets impacted is the lungs. The lungs take a beating. Your cardiovascular endurance takes a beating. All right. So you're not where you used to be. अगर आपका फिटनेस लेवल यहाँ था, कोविड के बाद वो यहाँ चला जाता है. So for you to build up from here, you again need to reach from here to here, which will again take time. That's the sad truth. So slowly again start working on consistency, see how you're feeling. Recovery is something that gets really badly hit after COVID. तो वर्कआउट करने के बाद आपकी रिकवरी जितनी तेजी से होनी चाहिए उतना होता नहीं है कोविड के बाद. तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. इट मे टेक सम टाइम. जस्ट go through the process. If you're recovering well, and your recovery should be in about 1.5 days, 2 days maximum. उससे ज्यादा अगर आपको रिकवरी करने को टाइम लग रहा है, दैट मीन्स यू आर गोइंग लिटिल टू मच. थोड़ा नीचे, थोड़ा सा धीरे धीरे चलो. Alright?
Hi Arman, this is Subrat here.
Yes, Subrat.
Hello.
1 second, Tanushree. Yes, Subrat, tell me.
Can you recommend what is the fastest way to lose some weight? Say around 10-15 kilos.
Fastest way to lose weight. This is not a very healthy scenario or a healthy goal to have.
No,
But,
I will give you one
let's say if you're
example.
having a,
Can I give you one example? I weigh around
Sure, please.
125 and
I know where
walk.
you're going.
I walk around
Mhm.
4 kilometers a day, and I have shifted to soup, means vegetable diets, no rice, no roti, nothing. So is that the correct way to go, or no? We have to make some changes.
Okay, Subrat, this answer will be a little prolonged. Please bear with me, everybody. First and foremost, I am to answer nutrition questions that does not fall under my scope. That is beyond my scope. I'm a fitness trainer. You can ask me questions on exercise. Number two, since you asked, since I have little experience in nutrition, I'll try and give you that answer. I am not recommending anything. That's on the record. Once you start stopping your carbohydrates all at once, carbohydrate खाना अगर आप बंद कर देंगे तो बॉडी में वाटर वेट होता है. वो जैसे ही जाता है आपको तुरंत वेट लॉस दिखने लगता है. But after that, once you're back having a little bit of carbs, your water weight just comes back, your weight goes up. So that's not a very healthy situation or a healthy scenario to lose weight. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Next.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, after doing like 5 days of workout continuously, I developed muscle soreness. But I thought not to skip the exercises, but to attend the exercises. And what I found, every day the coaches were changing the mode of exercises. Somebody was doing it very fast, someone was doing it very slowly. Okay, so and after doing it, what I found as a biology teacher also, what I found, the blood circulation when goes on, whatever lactic acid is produced, that has to again go to the liver. So what I felt in New Year session from your studios that we should continue the exercises without skipping it. May it be varying every day or different levels.
Okay,
Am I
Tanushree,
being
I'll answer your
correct, sir?
question. I got your point. I'll just mute you for now. There's some background noise from your end. Sorry for that. Please don't mind. Okay, you asked a question that after continuing exercises and if you're shuffling trainers and there's different modes of exercises, you feel a little sore and you're pushing through it, you're a little confused. How do I go about it? Tanushree, first and foremost thing is try and stick to one class. That's one option. One class as in one coach, because they know what they have planned across the week. So it's a very common thing that if I have programmed some lower body exercises today, I won't have the lower body exercises again the next day. That's a very common thing. I'll have something else tomorrow. But if some other trainer is taking it, he may not know what I am doing. Right? You're getting the point. So one option is you stick to the same trainer. I understand that may be a little challenging given all the schedules that you have, but try and do that. Option number two, little difficult, but you got to do it if you have to do it, is just before the start of the class, let your trainer know that, okay, this is what I did yesterday. If you're still doing the same thing today, just give me an alternative to that exercise.
Sir, why you are not having a morning or evening session? Please have it.
Yeah, I'll try.
At least once in a week, at least
I'll try.
in morning and evening session.
I'll try. Okay. Tanushree,
hello.
move on to the next one. Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm Sharif from Brunei.
Hi, Sharif.
Okay, so my issue is I always do treadmill every day. I do the cardio for 1 hour, like 5 kilometer, total 5 kilometer, with the speed of average 8 kilo, 9 kilo per hour, like that. Sometimes I drop it down to 5. Yesterday, I did the treadmill at 9:30, and after doing the treadmill, I was doing the squatting. And after waking up in the morning, I'm having severe pain in my ankle.
That's for sure, Sharif. That's too much. Too much exercise dose. This brings me back to the workshop thing that I told you. This is more like a micro trauma. Too much
Okay.
exercise, too soon,
Okay.
not
Okay.
enough recovery. Boom, injury.
Now,
I'm
have
not
you?
saying you might have been injured. Not pointing towards that. Sharif,
So
what you need to do is yes, please, you finish. My bad. Sorry.
okay, carry on. Okay, you say.
Yeah, Sharif, you need to cut down on the dose of exercise that you're doing.
Okay.
You just do, and the thing that you started off with, that you start off on the treadmill, do about a few kilometers every day. That itself is too much. The long
Okay.
duration stuff should be once or twice a week. Even aerobic endurance athletes also do not run long distances every single day. That will have a lot of impact on the ankles and knees, may result in a micro trauma or a stress fracture.
Okay.
So
So
cut it down.
I have to take rest right now because I'm having severe pain. Is it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if
So
it
until then,
persists too much, please see a physio. Please see a physiotherapist.
Hi,
okay. Thank you.
Arman. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Ankita. Please tell me.
Hi, Arman. I joined in around 6:10, so I did go through your recap. Thank you so much for that. But I have one question. When I started my weight loss journey, I did the regular gymming, nothing specific as such, and then I was successful in attaining my goal. Then, 2-3 years later, I did regain some of my weight. So during COVID time, because we couldn't take up gymming as such, from heavyweight training, which I had left last time, the COVID time and full time working, ke liye, I resumed, by running like 5 kilometers. And then now I have come up to like 10 kilometers, sometimes 12, 15. So I want to take up marathons and triathlons so that I can stay, up to date. I wanted to know if strength training, for each body part, or going back to heavyweight training, like I was recommended a lot, because they say it's good if women indulge themselves in that. Is it important? Is it important? Is strength training and weightlifting important if I am looking at taking up? If I'm looking at
Marathon as
going
a
for
sport.
triathlons, like, because triathlon would be involving cycling and swimming also. So I want to know how much of strength training or heavyweight training is required in it.
Got it. Pretty good question. Now this is a little advanced stuff, right? Now, for all the ladies out here, weight bearing activities is not harmful to you. You should indulge in weight bearing activities. Why? Because have you heard of the word osteoporosis? That's a medical
Yes,
condition where you lose
absolutely. That's why it was recommended.
you lose BMD, you lose bone mineral density. That is more prone and more consistent with ladies, given the kind of anatomical and physiological differences between men and women. Ladies are more prone to osteoporosis, developing that at the later stages of their life. Because iron loss hota hai, there's a lot of science behind that. If you do weight bearing activities, your bones realize that, okay, boss, I need to get stronger to be able to carry that much weight. Yeah, that's number one. That's the scientific end of the explanation to you, Ankita.
Yeah. Okay.
And now if I relate that to your sport, of course you should be doing strength training activities, because you also need a certain amount of muscle mass to be able to improve sport performance. Binna muscle ke kuch nahi hota, right? And the only way you can build on muscle is by doing strength training activities. And Ankita, your voice is lagging. Try to mute yourself and reach out to me in a while. Meanwhile, I'll take another question. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, just wanted to understand, basis the previous question, what are the different strength training activities that you can do without weights?
Yeah, I lost you after.
Okay. Strength training activities without weight. As I told you, you can do gymnastics
at home.
Yeah.
What you can do
you
at
can
home?
do gymnastics. Start off by doing some squats, some lunges, exercises for the lower body, bridges, exercises like the plank, the side plank, a lot of variations of the plank itself, to do a hollow hold, strengthen the core out, to a arch or Superman hold to strengthen the lower back, do good mornings. Oh my God, the options are endless. You can do push-ups, you can do chair dips using as simple as a chair. I'm sure you have that at your house. You can do step-ups on a small stool. Uh, the options are endless.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
at the end of the day, we ladies generally face a problem, a tie between our own regular activities and the household chores, taking care of babies and all. How to prioritize the workout routine for us? How we
That's what
can
I
keep
told you.
ourselves?
That's what I told you. You need to set small, realistic goals and wait for the long run. Play the long run game. Short term में नहीं होगा. So take things as they come. Start off with 2 to 3 sessions a week. That is something you can manage. Build confidence. Then slowly, if you reach 4 to 5 sessions a week, that's great, awesome. And let's say you had some other commitments coming forward, so you can again go back, but you're still doing that 2 to 3 sessions minimum. So that minimum you need to keep a threshold that कुछ भी हो जाए 2 session तो मैं हफ्ते में कर ही सकती हूँ. Come on, you can all do that. And you can always fall back on that, and as you have a little more time, do a little more sessions.
Hello,
Yes,
Arman.
Indu.
Urvi again.
Yes, Urvi, tell me.
मैंने जैसे कि अभी सुना कि आपने कहा कि मतलब 1 वीक में अगर आप एक्सरसाइज करते हो तो मतलब वन सिंगल डे के लिए आपको होल्ड लेना चाहिए. अगर मैंने ऐसा कभी भी मैंने ऐसा होल्ड लेने का ट्राई किया ना, फिर नेक्स्ट डे से वो पता नहीं क्यों कि बंद ही हो जाता है. जैसे कि सोचती हूँ कि ओके आज कुछ और काम आ गया, कल कुछ और काम आ गया, ऐसा करके फिर वो रह जाता है. तो होल्ड लेना नेसेसरी है या फिर इट इज ओके टू कंटिन्यू अपन कर सकते हैं पूरे वीक में?
करना तो चाहिए. आइडियल मोस्ट सिनेरियो, सबसे अच्छा सिनेरियो कसरत करने के लिए है कि आप हफ्ते में 5 से 6 दिन कसरत करें और आपका एक्सरसाइज का जो ड्यूरेशन है, जो समय आप बिताते हैं, वो करीब 1 घंटे का रखें. ये सबसे आइडियल सिनेरियो है. पर ये हम कर नहीं पाते क्योंकि हमारा वर्क कमिटमेंट्स रहता है, बहुत सारा कमिटमेंट्स रहता है, तो एक्सरसाइज टेक्स अ बैक सीट. तो आपको क्या करना चाहिए, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि धीरे धीरे चालू करिए. 2 दिन तो आप फिक्स कर दीजिए. इट कैन बी मंडे एंड फ्राइडे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपके स्केड्यूल के हिसाब से. ठीक है, वो 2 दिन तो कुछ भी हो जाए मैं एक्सरसाइज करूंगी, और उसको 2 हफ्ते करिए. अगर 2 हफ्ते सक्सेसफुली हो रहा है, कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड हुआ, फिर 3 सेशन, ऐसे धीरे धीरे करके चालू करिए. ऐसा कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है कि हर दिन करना ही है, नहीं तो नहीं मेरा मोटिवेशन चला जाएगा. पहले 2 तो करो, फिर 3 तो करो, फिर धीरे धीरे आएगा.
थैंक यू.
चलो.
Hello, Arman.
Next question.
Hi, Arman.
Sampradha, I'll take your question. Sorry, I'll take Sampradha's question.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm new to studio, and
Sampradha, can you just I'll just hold you off 1 second. Raji asked a question. It's a very short one. I'll give the answer immediately.
Okay, no problem.
Asked whether I can exercise on an empty stomach. Yes, you can. Yes, Sampradha.
I'm new to studio, and my weight is 80, and by looking at the titles, core, strength. Okay, strength I can understand, but mobility, conditioning, these words are there. So by looking at the titles now, I'm confused which one I have to select, because I don't have the deep knowledge in these things.
I understand.
Yeah. So what do you suggest? How to select and how to perform? Like in a week, suppose I want to plan for a week. How do I understand which one to select?
There are certain things that you would definitely understand, like cardio and strength. These are 2 things that you would understand.
Mobility, conditioning, they are new things. By looking at the title, no, I don't understand actually what they are going to do in the session. So how do I understand which one I have to select? I always select beginning, that option, which is there. I'd never select intermediate, but then also I have some confusion to which one to select.
I understand. I absolutely understand. If I was in your place, I would also have gotten confused. So I would say experience it to know it. And because there's a protocol that we all follow. So what I mean by that, if I'm taking a class right now I have 130 people. It's an obligation on my part to ask, do I have any beginner doing the first class here? If yes, then there's a disclaimer that I put out कि यार आप पहला दिन है तो ये करिए, इसकी जगह पे आप ये करिए, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा चैलेंजिंग है, this is the exercise which is little more challenging, try not to do this, do an easier version of this. All right, so just make sure that whatever session you're enrolling for, let the trainer know before you start the session that okay boss, I am a beginner, or I have never done this conditioning before. ये conditioning क्या होता है मुझे पता ही नहीं. So leave the remainder to us.
Okay. Yeah. I think by doing the exercises, performing all type only, I will come to know actually what is the meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could explain all of that, but it's gonna take time.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Arman.
Yes. Ankita, your voice is floating all around. It's like, hi, Arman.
Hello, Mr. Arman.
1 second, Nirmala. Ankita, you want to try once more? I cannot hear you, Ankita. I'll have to pause you off a little bit, maybe. Yes, Nirmala, let's have your question.
Hi, like what I want to ask, like after doing exercises, generally the hunger increases, right? When I don't do exercise, I eat less. But when I do exercise, I tend to eat more because I am very hungry. So when I am dieting also, no, I have the diet plan also. So how to reduce, when we have that hunger, how to control it? It's not possible, no, to reduce your eating or do something else to divert.
Your question is, how do you suppress appetite? Am I right?
Yeah, not entirely suppressing the appetite. I get more I become more hungry, after exercise. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Nirmala, it's very obvious thing that if you do more physical work, your body will need more energy.
Yeah.
And that energy will come from your food. So this is energy. Physical activity is energy expenditure. Food intake is energy consuming energy, right? Now, if your energy expenditure is slightly more than what you're consuming, you will lose weight in the long run. If both are more or less the same, neither will you lose weight, neither will you put on weight. And if your consumption is more and physical activity is less, it's a no-brainer, you'll increase weight, right? If your physical activity is way too much, then obviously you'll need more food. So again, it's a fine balancing act. All right.
I do 2 hours sometimes, in the mornings. 2 hours in the morning, or at least three days a week.
That's good, Nirmala. If you're having a HealthifyMe plan, I'm sure you would get a
nutrition. Based on that only, I do yoga as well as one workout.
Yeah, so just figure out a way of how to balance this thing well. A nutritionist will be a better person to answer this question.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Next.
Hi, Arman. Can I do Zumba daily, or should I do it alternative?
Depends what your goal is. If you're feeling strong and good and you're able to recover from your Zumba workouts well, then you can obviously do it.
But do it give better results than the workouts if I do Zumba daily? Then is it do have some harmful effects also, or I can do it daily? Is it good?
You can do it daily. So I'll give you a very simple answer. Okay. Too much of everything is not good. All right.
Okay.
And I'll rewind and go back to my initial discussion. Too much too soon, too fast, inadequate recovery is not good for you. So everything in moderation, and do it for a long term. That is the sweet spot that we are looking at.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Ankita.
Yes, thank you. Am I audible now?
Yes, better.
Yeah, so last you left, you said that it would be a positive thing to take up strength training along with running and but you also suggest that it's okay to go for heavy weights, because I used to enjoy it very much. So I wanted to know, like, will I have to compromise on the weight training if I am going for a triathlon, or strength training that you have recommended, like it will be positive? I just want to know about the weight training part. Is it also good?
Okay. Definitely it is good. So what you can do, Ankita, is see, if you are talking about you want to participate in a triathlon, that is a demanding sport, right? उसके लिए आपको training करनी पड़ेगी. For that, your weekly training has to have cycling, swimming, and running. Triathlon is that, right?
Yeah.
So with that, you have to balance your weight training and strength training.
Okay.
So you keep banging your body in terms of your physical training for the triathlon, running, cycling, swimming. With that, if you do too much of strength training and weight training, that's too much to ask your body. If
Okay.
you are doing all these combinations, you should be getting minimum 9 hours of sleep and
Okay.
having a very good diet, stuff like that, manage your stress and everything. If that is not there, I do not suggest mixing everything together.
Okay.
Maybe stick to doing 1 to 2, maybe one strength training session, maybe one weight training session, and then remainder thing can be your
Okay, so
sports specific training.
basically balance it out and make sure it's
Balance it out.
alternate.
See,
Okay.
your body will give you your answer, Ankita. Do
Yeah, I
everything.
will
If your
know.
body feels that, oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm dying, cut it down.
Okay.
If you're feeling good, continue.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Gulshan.
I have a disc collapse. So in that case, what things I should take care of while exercising?
Disc collapse, you should take care of uh, things which include hip hinge, basically loading your back too much. You should really work on a rehab, which is again getting your body back to the pre-injury state. Now this is again a little technical, but I'll any which ways help you since you asked. You need to work on a lot of isometrics in the sense holding a lot of positions, which will help create stability and rigidity back in the joint, which is your back in your case, right, Gulshan? Once you work on isometrics, example is plank, holding a position for a long duration of time, that will create the stability and rigidity back in your body. Harleen, I'll get to you after this, I swear. Harleen, I'll get back to you after I finish with Gulshan. After that, Gulshan, what you can do is work on some eccentrics, which is again doing slow negatives in exercise. If these are terms that are very complicated and technical for you, I suggest please go and see a physiotherapist and work with them. Again, this does not fall directly under my scope. I'm just telling you out of my experience.
Okay.
You should avoid a lot of weight bearing activities and very slowly progress into it.
Okay, so normal exercises I can do, right?
Yes, of course. Normal exercises you can do, nothing that impacts the spine too much until it gets rehabilitated completely, which may take weeks, months, years, you never know, depending on the severity of the injury.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Arlene. So sorry.
Hi,
tell.
Arman. Yeah. Arman, I got a foot injury. Like I broke my foot and I mean, there's this portion, right? Ankle connecting the foot and leg. So I broke it and I was on bed rest for like 5 months, like completely. I was not able to walk.
Pooja, I'll get back to you. Sorry.
During that time, I started, I mean, earlier I was on my weight loss journey. So I lost like 30 kgs in 1 year. But then when I was on complete bed rest, I gained around 7 to 8 kgs. Now I want to start this weight loss journey again. So my question is, shall I start with the walk? Because I just started walking in the month of Jan. I was not able to walk at all. Like I was not able to put the weight on my feet at all.
Got it.
So shall I do some workout or just start with the basic walking and stuff like that?
Harleen, same answer for you as I told Gulshan, if you heard about it. You need to work on rehab. Rehab is getting that part of the body back to the pre-injury state. There's a process to a rehab. You work isometrics and you work eccentrics, then balance, stability, lot of those stuff. Because injury के बाद क्या होता है ना हरलीन कि आपका balance goes for a toss. Your body starts shaking around. That balance and that stability that your body is supposed to provide you, that gets compromised. So we try and work a lot on that, balancing exercises and stuff like that, and slowly expose you to small doses of exercise. That's the process of it. And a physiotherapist will be the best person to help you reach into the exercise zone. And if at all you're doing any studio sessions, I suggest try not to do any high impact, like high intensity training or Zumba, so those kind of exercises. Yoga you can definitely do. You can do some strength training sessions. Just let the coach know that this is the condition that I have been going through. Adjust it accordingly, and we'll take care.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you, Harleen.
Hello.
Nisha, I'll just ask you to hold for a bit. Pooja, if you would like to go ahead with your question. Nisha, 1 second. I'll come to you next. Pooja, try and unmute yourself. I have asked you to unmute. No? Okay, Nisha, let's go with you then.
Hello.
Yes, tell me, Nisha.
Oh, sir. Actually, I'm running a medical shop here, na? So whole day I will be like standing only. Most of the time I will be there like. So is it necessary for me also to do exercise specially?
100%, you should do exercises. Walking, standing is not an exercise.
That means walking will also be there.
I
Means
understand.
here to
I
there,
understand.
here to
I
there,
understand.
like.
Yeah. I understand. You should incorporate some core and strengthening exercises in your routine, because as you age, जैसे आपका age बढ़ता है, natural tendency is कि body का strength कम हो जाता है. Loss of muscle, loss of joint stability, fibrosis, all these conditions arise. So it's better that you strengthen your body well, so that old age में you're still independent. आप जब आपकी उम्र हो जाए तो भी आप वो सब काम कर सकते हो और बेड पे नहीं पड़े हो. That's why you should exercise.
Okay, sir. So how much time it should be minimum, like?
35, 45 minutes.
35.
Thank you, Raji.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, we'll spend another 2-3 minutes. Any last questions?
Yeah, me, Arman. That's me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name?
Hi, Arman. My name is Monica.
Hi,
and a little bit about me. Basically, I have never gone to the gym. I did go to the gym. I started on my cardio. I did have a trainer, but I am physically active in those days before the pandemic. But what has happened after the pandemic, we're working from home, right? So I've kind of gained a lot of weight, but I still don't look weird because I'm curvy. But that still is not keeping me healthy, because when I'm gaining weight, my back hurts, because when you gain weight, I think your pressure.
Yeah. I understand.
So basically, the point is that I wanted to know, like, I have been regularly on off working out. So it's not that I don't do anything. I'm very flexible. I can do anything. The point is that I am not able to find that core thing that would suit me. Like, I cover 3.5 kilometers in 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, like a swift walk, you could say, on the terrace, because I'm not going out at all. So the thing is that I wanted to understand that what I want is that I want to lose around at least 10 pounds, maybe 10, 15 pounds. And also I would like to, kind of build muscles, because I want to go out for trekking, learn bullets, and I need muscle for that so that I can pick weight. But I cannot directly bounce into the gym and start picking up those dumbbells and stuff. So I just want to know that how do I begin? Like, what should I do? Like, okay, you have to do this for maybe a month or so, and then maybe you can shift to this level, and then maybe the other level. So I was just trying to figure out how do I go about it, because there's so much available outside, and touch wood, my immunity is going good, because if I work out, I can see there are differences coming up, but I'm not able to be consistent. The reason being that because of hormonal changes and workouts, your menstruals gets postponed because of the hormonal changes. When I start working out, that's what happens. So then the bloating happens and all that crazy things happens to girls. I mean, in the entire cycle of a month, there are a lot of different phases that we go through. And for me, I think a little higher. So I wanted to know that what should I start off with? Completely yoga, because Surya Namaskar is considered very, very good. And I'm planning to maybe crack 108 as a number to do every day. But it's too difficult for me right now because I am not being consistent, right? So what would you suggest? Because I'm looking forward to even maybe join your studio, but the thing is that your classes are not in the evening or morning. That's what I overheard a lady speaking. So how would we do this?
So in short, you want to do stuff, but you do not know a way through it, right? What I suggest you do, Monica, is again just go back to the basics. This is for everyone, guys. Whenever you're confused about what you need to do, you do not find the path, go to the basics. What I mean by that, how do I relate it to your question? Whatever we discussed in the workshop, go to the basics by setting, if you have time, maybe you can figure out 4 sessions a week, and maybe it can be 1 session of yoga and 3 strength sessions. Does not necessarily have to be me only taking the strength session. You can opt for other classes also. That can be a good starting point. And Monica, now coming to rotating back to the question that you asked me, you want to lose 5 to 10 pounds, which is about what, 4 kgs or something.
Arman, that's 15. Yep.
Okay, let's say 6 kgs. That's roughly about 6 kgs, 6-7 kgs. And you want to build muscle also, because you want to do some external activities also. Both things don't go hand in hand. Let's make that really clear.
Okay.
Muscle भी बढ़ रहा है, fat भी कम हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होता. The body cannot do that.
Okay.
Either you can lose fat and work on that, for which you'll have to go on a slightly calorie deficit. A nutritionist will be able to help you better in that, given that your exercises are consistent. Number 1. And to build muscle, your training has to be there. Training में बहुत ज़्यादा drastic change नहीं है, but your nutrition, now you'll have to eat a little more to help you support build that muscle. So if you want to lose weight first, let's work on that. 6 kgs, I think, with consistent training, 2.5 months is a very good time frame to set yourself up. And muscle तो बढ़ता ही रहता है, जिंदगी लग जाता है, धीरे-धीरे बढ़ता रहेगा.
I do have an ideal weight to reach, but I know I can't just hop and demotivate myself, because I feel it's a long path away. So I was thinking that maybe I could start off with small, but I would just wanted to know that I can start off with maybe weight losing now. With the help of a nutritionist, I can get some guidelines on my diet, and then maybe I could think about muscle gaining once I'm in my ideal weight. Is that what you're suggesting? Partly
yes.
You suggest.
Set one goal at a time. That okay, this is my ideal weight, let me just hit that. Uske side by side muscle gain nahi hoga. That's a fact. What you can do at best is retain the muscle that you have by doing the strength training sessions.
So
whatever you have.
I'm sorry. So while I'm in my process of losing weight, I can continue doing my exercises like plank, my planks and stuff.
You should. You must.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Arman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Arman over here, Alpa over here. I have written my question.
Alpa, tell me.
Yeah.
You wanted to know about yoga, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alpa, I'm not a yoga instructor, so I am not the best person to answer.
So you are based in which one?
I'm a CrossFit instructor. I specialize in weightlifting, sports specific training, and group classes.
Okay, weightlifting. Okay. Okay. अच्छा, आप ये बता सकते हैं कि what is the specific timing of yoga? That is morning, I know. ठीक है. But evening में, especially when we are having our lunch, it is 1:30. ठीक है. So evening में, which timing is best to do yoga?
I suggest any time that works for you is the best time for you. There's
No, because like 2 hours आपको empty रहना चाहिए ना stomach. So
ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि